Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear Father God, thank you for this beautiful fall season. We ask for your wisdom in our decision-making, along with your hand of protection upon our police, our fire, our service, our schools, and our... In your name we pray.
Amen.
Okay, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Here.
Mr. Ziegler.
Here.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Here.
Mr. Hamer.
Here.
Mr. Scholes.
Here.
Ms. Grazia.
Here.
Ms. Simons.
Here.
Okay, moving on to the reading and approval of the minutes of the September 15th, 2025 work session meeting.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Smolik, motion to approve. Ms. Simons with the second. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the minutes of the September 15th, 2025 council meeting.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Schultz with a motion to adopt. Mr. Smolik with a second. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the department reports. We'll start with Chief Hutton this evening.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple things to report. The September report has gone out. You should all have that from the fire department. Also, the legislation for the AFG, I would ask council pass that tonight, like Mr. Slebniker said. Like to thank Captain Ponzani once again for his expert grant writing ability. We're going to be training some of our other firefighters how to write their grants. Frank and I will be working on that, over the next few months. We'll write the next one with somebody else. I know the mayor has discussed possibly having a meeting with the council, police and fire standing committee to discuss capital needs in the fire department. There are some needs. One of them is an ambulance that we've been working on. I do have a quote. I'd like to try to move forward with that. If we could meet with that committee. I'm not sure who's on the committee this year, but if possible, if we could get that together so we could do that. Between building and equipment, there are definitely some things we need to discuss with that committee. The engine, Mr. Smolik, is still on schedule for late 26, early 27. So that's where we're at with that. No changes. And we're open for questions.
Chief Hutton, just for reference, Joe Smolik, Matt's the chairperson, and Julie are the police and fire.
All right. I would like to request a meeting whenever we can do that.
Who's chairing that? Yeah, what works well for you, Chairman?
Does anybody know what else is going on before the October 20th meeting? Chief, how much time do you need? A half hour? You want to do 6:15, October 20th? Does that work for you, Julie and Joe?
I'm game no matter how early it is, so.
Yep.
Please recognize on October 20th.
So at 6 p.m. and it would be to discuss the capital needs of the fire department, the police and fire.
6:15?
Fire department.
Fire department.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay, any other questions for the chief this evening? If not, Chief McAllister?
Thank you, Council President Fenstermaker. I just want to thank Officer Katie Atterbury. She's doing a couple of trunk or treat events this weekend on her own time. She went out to Men Are on the Lake Special Needs event yesterday, and she's over at the Captain Stadium tonight handing out candy to all the kids. So we certainly appreciate those efforts on her behalf. Councilman Scholes, I was looking into the contract that we don't have any final numbers yet. I'm still waiting on Willoughby to get those over to us. I do suspect that they're going to be higher than we were originally quoted. So as soon as I have an update, I will get that out to everybody. Additionally, our vehicle is supposed to be completed on Thursday and dropped off for striping. So I'm optimistic that we'll be able to get the new truck on the road by Friday this week, which we gravely need on the road. We're having some substantial vehicle issues going on with a couple of the cars as they're getting much older. And then finally tonight, I want to present what we would like to refer to as Jeff's Law for Miss Hughes, who lost an alpaca to a vicious dog attack. That's about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And we made some substantial changes to our ordinances, and per our conversation in the meeting, if we can, I would like to see that passed. That way we can get this on the books in the event that something would happen again in the future. That'll complete my report.
Okay, again, thank you for pulling that together for us tonight. Any other questions or comments for Chief McAllister this evening? Okay, Chief, once again, thank you. Mr. Fernaro, Mr. Courtney's report?
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Let me take Dog's report right off the rip. No, seriously, I like to start off by thanking the Public Works team, as we always do. What a great job they do. Couple updates for you. October 27th through November 1st, wards 1 and 3 is the fall brush pickup. Wards 2 and 4 will be November 3rd through the 7th. I'm going to take some of the Wolf's report on this Saturday is shred day from 8:30 to 11. And I'd like to also point out, we had 5 of our operators go to snow and ice training 2 weeks ago. So what a great time to talk about snow and ice, because it's 81 degrees outside. Salt this year is up. Salt last year was $49.85. Our price this year is $51.82. And also 2 of our crew leaders, I don't think I mentioned this before, are in supervisor training. It's a week-long training for 3 years. Mr. Arnold just finished up his 2nd year. Mr. Kavaris graduated last week, finished up his 3 years, so real proud that we got 2 of them through supervisor training. And David would have 1 more year next year. And that will complete my report.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fernaro, what was the timing for the shred day?
Shred day is 8:30 to 11, this Saturday at the community center.
Julia, is that on the website?
Can you repeat the pickup for brush?
I can. So wards 1 and 3, October 27th through November 1st. Wards 2 and 4, November 3rd through the 7th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And again, there's restrictions on what can be placed and what size and how you'd like it bundled.
There is. We ask all residents, it doesn't work out that good, but please do your very best to follow those.
Well said, Mr. Fernaro. Any other questions for Joe this evening?
We throw one more thing in there too, since we're in that season. The ditch leaves do not belong in our ditches. That's not where they're supposed to go. So please, with the rains coming up, keep the ditches clean, please.
Excellent. Thank you. Mr. Courtney?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'll start off with the streets, as usual. Work on Emerald Glen is complete. Prairie Lane is complete, and the contractor needs to finish the berm installation on Markel Road. The Reclamite application under the maintenance program has been completed. That was on various streets. And spot asphalt repairs under the 101G contract will begin tomorrow, weather permitting. Kirtland Chardon Road, stage 3 plans were submitted to ODOT on the 30th of September. We expect we'll have some comments back probably end of October or so. No updates on the 306 sewer extension. That's just progressing. The Wisner Wall, I have an email out to SME for an update on that, and I haven't heard back yet. No updates on the drainage projects. And following up inquiry from Ms. Simons last week regarding some trench settling on Joseph in the Old Town area in general. I took a drive through there before the meeting tonight, and we do have some trench settling going on where they did lateral connections. So I'll reach out to the county. That contract is closed, but they are under a 3-year maintenance bond at the moment. So we'll find out if there's anything they can do about that. That's all I have. Happy to take any questions.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Courtney this evening?
Just for clarification's sake, nothing would happen this year at this late in the year with regards to that trench settling just because of weather, correct? So whatever we're going to do is going to be in the spring.
Most likely, but I suspect if the contractor is notified, there's going to be some back and forth to get things settled out under the maintenance agreement, and yeah, it'll most likely be spring.
Okay. Just want to make sure we manage expectations.
Yep.
Thank you.
If they don't make the necessary repairs, can we go after their bond to make the repairs?
That would be up to the county to go after the bonds. We would have to have the county do it.
Mr. Pernaro, I drove that today, and some of those are pretty substantial. Does that affect any upset following up operations, blade balancing?
We patch some of them in, and if it gets to that, we'll go back and patch them in and then try to get the county to reimburse. But as of right now, no.
Thank you both for doing that. I know I've asked a couple times and send you back out there, but it seems like it keeps happening. So I really appreciate you doing that.
What we're here for.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Any other questions? Comments for Mr. Courtney this evening?
Thank you, Council President Fenstermaker. Now that we are officially in the fourth quarter, we are monitoring our final 2025 numbers and our final end-of-year balances. Looking forward to 2026, we are actually currently completing the 2026 senior levy application. We're awaiting numbers from the county regarding our healthcare rates for 2026. And we are still out to market for insurance renewal for property and casualty liability insurance. We have the legislation of the AFG that I talked about at the work session, and that the fire chief had also mentioned that we are also looking for that to be passed this evening. That concludes my report, and I'm open to questions.
Louis, on September 3rd, you've given us this update on capital requests, and could you give us another update in a couple weeks as to the ones in progress, and if you think that they'll be completed by the end of the year, that'd be appreciated.
Not a problem.
I guess I have a question. I don't know if anybody can answer it with Kevin not here, but has anybody heard back on we're reaching out to the power company about the glitches in power? Did anybody hear?
Back from him
Okay.
on what he had, but I know he did put a phone call.
Okay. I'll follow up with Kevin. I just didn't know if somebody else knew what was up. Thank you.
Okay. Any other updates from Mr. Courtney this evening?
I need to back up. I'm sorry. We had a little glitch a couple weeks ago or last week that I know some of you might have heard about waste management and the contract and our seniors. So it caused a lot of problems, I know, with community center and city hall. Nothing has changed with our waste management contract. So from their rep, if you got rebilled for solid waste and you only have recycling, please don't pay that bill. Keep paying exactly what you were paying, and our rep will take care of it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Closing, anything else for Mr. Slappinger? If not, Julia?
Thank you, Mr. Council President. For my report for the Senior Center, just letting everyone know that the 2026 membership is open, and the Senior Board did vote to amend the fees for membership. It is now $10 for residents, non-residents, and that is for renewals and new members. So $10 across the board. Some upcoming trips that we have. We are going to the Haunted House Restaurant for a brunch this Friday. And near the end of the month, we are going to do a covered bridge tour out in Ashtabula. Hopefully see some fall colors and visit some of the, many of the covered bridges that we have locally. That is all I have for the Senior Center. I do have a list of events going on for the month of October. This Wednesday, we have a blood drive at the community center. If anyone would like to sign up to donate, you can do that at AmericanRedCross.org. Tuesday, October 14th at 6 p.m., the Kirtland Police Department will be hosting a new driver safety talk here in council chambers. We will be addressing the new Ohio law that just went into effect September 30th for new drivers aged 18, 19, and 20. And they just also released a new app to assist with navigating that new law. It's called Road Ready Ohio. So we'll address both of those. On Saturday, October 18th, we have Coffee with Cops that is being hosted by Maggie's Donuts, and that will be from 9 to 11 a.m. Wednesday, October 22nd, from 6 to 8 p.m. is the citywide trunk or treat event. If anyone would like to set up a trunk at City Hall or the community center, they just need to contact me at the community center. I'll get them on the list.
Sorry, 10:22?
Yes,
And what's the time?
from 6 to 8. We currently have 10 locations, so it will be a pretty large event this year. And the last one I have is in November. That will be the Mayor's Action Network Senior and Veterans Yard Cleanup. That will be the morning of November 8th. And if anyone needs to get on that list, they can call the community center. If anyone would like to volunteer, they can also let me know at the community center. I'll get that list coordinated as well. That is all I have. I'm open for questions.
Any questions or comments for Julia this evening? Thank you. Mr. Lallo.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Just wanted to let all of council know the October 20 meeting, I will not be present. I think I mentioned that previously. Just want to make sure you are all aware. As it relates to the other pending legislation, as Chief noted, there is the legislation amending the dog ordinances. You have the preliminary plan for the mixed-use development at 9337. I think it's colloquially called Pumpkinville. I believe they're here today as well to present. We also have the gun legislation, the discharge of firearms on the agenda. If you have any questions as it relates to any of those ordinances, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about that or answer any questions regarding the Sugar Valley gig contracts. My understanding that that's going to go to a third reading. Aside from that, I have nothing further unless you have questions for me.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Lallo this evening? Okay. Mr. Lallo, thank you. Okay, moving on to standing committee reports. Got any updates on standing committee reports?
Yeah, we'd like to, what is the ordinance? I don't know the ordinance number off the top.
It was,
25 or 62.
yeah.
We'd like to make a recommendation to council to approve that recommendation from the committee to move forward with the internet.
We're still just doing the reading tonight. It's going to the third reading, correct?
Correct. And essentially what has to happen is there were a couple minor changes in addition to the ones that transpired the last time around. Once we get those, what I will do is I will send it off to all of council, and then I'll give instructions for you, Mr. Council President, on how to proceed at the next meeting. But essentially what you'll have to do is once you get to the third reading, you'll read it, then you'll have to make a motion to amend that legislation to incorporate the new exhibit, which is the new agreement, and then you'll need to waive the 3 readings and then declare an emergency and adopt.
Okay.
So we'll take care of that at the last meeting, but at the next meeting, but I'll give you some written instruction.
Okay, sounds good. Any other standing committee reports this evening? Don't believe there was any. All right. Okay, moving on to correspondence. Janelle, any correspondence to
No.
share? Nope. Okay. Okay, moving on to public comments of matters not on the agenda. Name and address, please. Name and address, please. Yep.
Sterling Coleman, 7636 Markel Road. 2 items, real brief. One, a shout out to the road repair on Markel. It's lovely. Speeds are up considerably now, and my lawn is no longer being littered by tossed off weed whackers, chainsaws, and other landscaping equipment as all that stuff goes through on its way to Wade Hill. Number 2, just a curious question as to whether Kirtland is going to be in line for any of the new 4-light traffic signals, the ones with the white signal as well as the red, yellow, and green. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they indicate that a autonomous vehicle is traversing the intersection, and it's becoming a world standard. I'm kind of interested in it. Apparently, autonomous vehicles go through an intersection regardless of red, yellow, or green, as long as their computers detect that the intersection is open. This means traffic moves more quickly through the intersection, and but still it's nice for people approaching the intersection to know that an autonomous vehicle is passing through the intersection because they might be going through on a red light. So the white indicator shows that an autonomous vehicle is using the intersection.
I can't wait till one of our officers pull over that autonomous vehicle.
I'm waiting for
That's
our
gonna be
officers
good
to
stuff.
pull over an autonomous vehicle and understand
be
how the
good stuff.
procedure even works. But
Chief, how are you going to handle that situation?
Hopefully, there's some very intelligent laws that are going to come out, and we'll be able to enforce them.
Sterling, where's these lights at now? Is there any,
What?
are there any of these currently, these 4 light traffic lights in the United States right now? You're saying it's
yeah, there's several cities considering it right now. It's really in the beginning, obviously, but it's
nobody's currently using them, right? They're just-
not
okay.
anybody using it now. No, it's been proposed. I suspect that some European places are using it, and that's why it's starting to creep in over here.
Typically, Mr. Coleman, something like that has to go through FHWA's approval.
I would
And
think
then
it
the
goes through the
states would have
state
an
and all.
opportunity to adopt it. So
I
it's
suspect
a-
so.
probably a multi-year process.
I'm just asking out of curiosity. You know me.
I have not seen one myself. so.
I appreciate.
To Mr. Sterling's point, though, I can confirm that the speeds on Markel have gone significantly up, which they liked cruising anyway. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it because there's really nowhere for our team to sit until it's the end of the road and they have to slow down for the stoplight, but maybe letting Wait Hill know that they might be up on tickets.
They always
if
sit there. They're cleaning.
They're there and then they're not for a while. I don't know. Just something to consider because they are up significantly.
Okay, I did take a note, and I will pass that on, and
Appreciate
we'll
it.
do whatever we can do down there to help.
Okay. Any other public comments for matters not on the agenda this evening? Please feel free, step up, name and address, please.
Good evening.
Oh, you're good, you're good.
Thank you.
And dear members of the Kirtland City Council. Yes, I can stay. Good evening. As you recall, I attended the August board meeting to discuss the ongoing issue concerning the driveway and excavation work on the property directly north of 10901 Civic Road. To refresh your memory, Mr. Perriman came to manage the construction and design of the creek. My permission to use the equipment across my mother's land to begin work. However, Mr. Harriman then proceeded to create a road driveway in the rear of the property without permits, as previously discussed. During this excavation, Mr. Harriman removed a major ravine located approximately 4 inches from the property line. This ravine is crucial according to my mother's driveway and parking lot. Her driveway is approximately 345 feet long and 45 feet and 4 16 by 16 concrete blocks forming the parking area at the top of the hill. A Upon discovering this excavation, I immediately contacted Mr. Courtney to stop the work until Mr. Harriman could resolve the issue. Mr. Courtney subsequently had discussed with Mr. Harriman to explain responsibilities before any further activity could occur. As the board is aware, several community members have been also complaining about Mr. Harriman's activities on the property. Recently, Mr. Harriman confronted my mother and my brother at my mother's house, accusing me of neighborhood complaints. To clarify, I've made one call to the city, and that was handled by Mr. Courtney. My sole concern, and has always been, the protection of the agreement, my mother's longstanding investment in this community, which she has called home since 1969. Currently, there is no visible progress toward remediation. According to the neighbors, Mr. Harriman has ceased building plans and may be preparing to sell the property. His equipment has been removed, and there is no short-term stabilization or permanent retaining wall that has been installed to protect the ravine. Exposed roots, bare soil, and the absence of ground cover pose significant erosion risks, especially with the approaching wet freezing season. Representatives from Lake County Soil and Water Conservation have already noted the instability of the soil, yet no steps have been taken to address the damage, prevent further deterioration. Additionally, it has come to my attention through neighbors that Mr. Harriman considered logging the property to recover the costs, an activity prohibited under City Ordinances 1354.03 through 1354.09. Given these facts, I respectfully request that the City of Kirtland place lien on the property to prevent the sale until the damage is properly repaired. Hire a qualified contractor approved to oversee the city to perform the necessary restoration work at Mr. Harrison's expense. Prohibit Mr. Harriman from performing any additional work near ravine to prevent further conflict or damage. The situation poses a real risk for my mother's property and the integrity of the nearby land. It has been nearly 2 months since the issue was brought to the city's attention, and a lack of resolution only increases the potential for further harm. Please act swiftly to ensure that this damage repair that my mother's property and the surrounding environment are protected. I'm also seeking legal counsel to Mr. Eric Walter, the Workin and Bernstein Company, LPA, to pursue additional remedies if needed. Thank you for your time and attention. Do the right thing for the community, respectfully.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Courtney, has there been any contact from this gentleman?
Yes, there has. Last week, I reached out to him for an update on his schedule. He replied to me that he will be abandoning the project and putting the property up for sale. With that, let's see, that was on October 2nd when I got that email. I notified him the next day that he has an obligation to finish what he started relative to the site.
Work that what? I'm sorry.
And we're also, is this the same property we're meeting about on Wednesday? Yeah, so there's a lot of moving pieces and parts. We're working pretty as quickly as possible on this to get a violation out and try to come up with a plan to help remedy the situation if possible.
I have not gotten a response to that email yet from Mr. Harriman, but in his original email, he also indicated that his engineer is working on a plan for the wall. So the selling of the property and that language in his email kind of in conflict with each other, so I want to try and get clarification on that.
Thank you.
Is any of this the county's responsibility, or is this solely on us?
Pardon?
Does the county share any responsibility with this? Because we really don't have a.
So no, not necessarily, because he never made a formal submittal to the county.
Okay.
So, and what happens with, I forget if it's soil and water or, whoever the agency might be, They're in charge for inspecting. We're in charge for enforcing any violations that they see. So if they see a violation, then we would be able to, they got to tell us, and then we can enforce it accordingly. Yeah.
Do you want to speak again, Mr. Fenstermaker?
No, Mr. Fenstermaker sitting next to you, that's not Mr. Fenstermaker.
No, I was going to say, he wanted to speak again, Mr. Fenstermaker.
Thank you for looking into this. It's
Context,
about my
Rob,
mother's
context.
hillside. She loses a driveway, she loses her investment. There's hearsay. There's a lot of hearsay coming from the neighborhood. One of them is that Mr. Harriman got over his head. He told that to the, again, that's hearsay. I cannot prove that. But when he's stating that he got in over his head and did with the excavation of that hillside, he needs to be responsible. And with that responsibility, there's already a conflict between him and myself. I have never met the man. But what he, in my eyes, what he's done is there's no integrity there.
Mm-hmm.
And when if he wants to try and rebuild this on his own, I don't think that's a good idea, because if there's hostility, what kind of job is he going to do?
So I know one of your asks is for the city to hire a contractor, right? Essentially, we're not allowed to go on someone's property and perform work.
That's
right?
understandable.
So there would need to be, like, either he would need to do it, he would need to pay for somebody to do it, or there would need to be some sort of, other agreement. I don't know. I just want to make sure you're aware. We can't just unilaterally go on.
I understand that.
Okay. But we'll
Just asking.
But through through the violation, we'll look into whatever potential remedies we can offer. But just so you're aware, from the city's perspective, we can't just go on there and yeah, it'd be a trespass, like, big time.
Even if there's a safety violation or a safety occurrence, can I direct this towards you? Is there any type of plan that if, you have to rescue my mother? Obviously, if the house is on fire, you can't get a fire truck up there. I'd be horrible. I would be horrified. What about swap? If you go up and try to turn around and you get my mom's rescue. So, I mean, it's becoming a safety issue as well.
No.
A huge safety concern.
Completely understand. Yeah, so that's why we're going to have to work through to try to figure out what the best potential remedy would be from what the city can offer through that violation process. Okay? But I know Doug's been keeping in touch with you and everything, so we'll definitely get back in touch.
I wish no ill on this man.
Yeah.
I wish no ill on this company. I wish he would build back there. His woods is his woods. But don't destroy. It's going to take away from my mom. You got to be responsible.
Yes,
Thank you.
he should be responsible.
Any other comments, matters not on the agenda? Okay.
We have one.
Hi, I'm Karen Thompson. I lived at 9851 Applewood Drive, and I've been a resident here for over 30 years. Currently, I'm experiencing issues with my neighbor, and I'm a widow, I'm alone, and I had issues several years ago where he built a shed, and he built it on my property, and until the past engineer came out and he received a letter from the city about removing the shed that was on my property. Well, he's put up this addition. It was supposedly going to be a garage, and it's about 1,200 square feet. Plus, there's a dwelling on top that's 1,200 square feet. And I feel he is not in bounds on the property line again. And I would like someone to come out and just assist me and tell me, what I'm supposed to do with this aggressive, bullish man. They have a dog, and the dog is kenneled up front. They have an agricultural fence in the front yard with metal stakes, and they have a dog that's like a dingo from Australia, and it's aggressive, and I'm concerned. And, you know, they don't really control the dog. So eventually the dog is going to get big enough and it'll learn to climb over the fence, and that's it. So I don't know what to do. I don't know the ordinances. I don't know where I stand. So I'm here asking help. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Thompson, if you're having any issues, any of the property, or if he's building anything that's supposed to come in front of planning and zoning, if he's putting an addition on, otherwise Lenny Morgano can come by and take a look at any issues you're having.
I did. Mrs. Fellow has been aiding me, and she told me she sent a memo to the city engineer, and I haven't heard anything.
City engineer or the,
So,
okay, got it, Joe?
it was sent to me. So it went through planning and zoning. If you could just clarify the issues you're having. Is it close to the property line, height of the structure, side of the structure, or all of the above?
The problem is he's not even 10 foot off the property line. His shed is on my property line. It's right on the property line.
The original shed.
The original shed plus the new dwelling, I'm concerned about the distance in between our property and the house.
I'm gonna come see you tomorrow. I just want to have my facts straight, so when I come see you. So is it,
In the backyard, there's seriously the front end for the marks, the landmark.
understood? I remember the backyard drainage. I want to know the concerns, so when I come tomorrow,
Yes.
it's not the original shed. I'm asking, it's the new dwelling.
I'm sorry, what?
So is it the new structure that,
It's both. It's both. When you look at the property line, a friend of mine was able to download an app, and the app shows the property lines. Well, the old structure that's existing is still on the property line. The new structure is probably not the required distance away from the property line. And then with the water and all this and blah, 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 he widened the driveway, and he was supposed to probably get a permit for that. I'm done.
with,
Just done.
without stakes, it's really difficult to do property lines without a survey. And I know you have an app, and we use.
Why
Lake
should
County-
I have to get a survey?
No, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying those apps are very difficult. It's a guide. It's not an exact point. So I'll come and see you tomorrow.
All right.
Just tell me what time works best for you, and I'll be there.
Okay, well, if you could come in probably at 11, because.
Or how about you just later give me your number and I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Thanks.
And Ms. Thompson, per the dog complaint, if you do have the dog loose, per the dog, if the dog is loose or in your yard, speak with Chief McAllister.
It is
Police
loose.
Department. Chief
They do-
McAllister would take care of that.
Okay. I'm just going to start calling the police because they're aggravating. I went to bed at midnight, and the kid is out there with a motorcycle rubbing it. It's like, oh, come on, give me a break. Give me a break.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson.
Okay. Please state your name and address.
My name's Ron Hopkins. I live at 9821 Applewood Drive. I'm 2 doors down from Karen. And I live on the other side. I've had issues with them also. And did get a permit for a fence, which I have to pay for, obviously, that I believe is on my property. And I saw how he surveyed his property. Him and a buddy used a metal detector, and they said they found the pins, the property pins, and they drew the lines. He's not a surveyor. How those pins could have been moved years ago before he moved in, before I moved in. So I also would like some help. Please.
What was your name again?
Mr. Finaro, with regard to a fence permit, we don't require a survey for a fence permit, do we?
So in that case, if the neighbors that have a dispute, theoretically, they would need to get a survey just to show their line and, prove that the fence is either on their property or within the 6 inches to the property it should be. Correct.
We considered updating our legislation to make them get a survey before they put a fence up, because hypothetically, you kind of need to know where to put it before you put it there and find out if you're in the wrong spot, right? I don't know. That's probably not a question for you. I don't know if it's a question for Matt. I don't know, like.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like, right about there.
Well,
like,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
I think if you're intending to put up a property fence, maybe that should be a need, right? Because if you're going to put a fence in the front of your house, why do you need to get a survey to do that, right? You're going to be needlessly spending money. So maybe it's narrowly tailoring that requirement for a survey if you want something like that to include that if it's along property lines and within, so many feet of the property line, then you're requiring it, right? Or because again, if you're going to put a fence in around a pool and it's only around the pool and it's not crossing property lines, why do you have to get a survey to do that? So it's like you just got to carve out various exceptions.
Thank you.
But it's a good idea.
Mr. Lallo, per what was just discussed, if there is a question on it, it does fall on the aggrieved neighbor to possibly get a survey to make sure the neighbor's property or neighbor's fence is not over their property.
Correct. Or the shed is not on their property. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Lallo.
Okay. Moving on to old business. Public comments on matters of old business.
Good evening. I understand that you are going to go ahead and table this, correct?
Correct.
And I assume that you guys are all going to vote to table it. So I'm just wanting to stand up here.
I was actually looking at Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yeah, I was supposed to say that beforehand, but I got
correct.
I just wanted to come up and just say thank you very much for taking this matter under consideration and for being willing to do your due diligence and table it. We really appreciate it. So thank you very much for hearing us and complying with that. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Name and address, please.
9161 Regency Woods, Christine Pappas. I do have another question though. So on this matter that they were talking about with the fences, isn't there already ordinances and regulations in place about how far you can, get closer to somebody else's property?
Correct. There is. It's supposed to be 6 inches, I believe 6 inches on your property line. But where the question comes into play is if you don't believe the property line is the true property line, that's when you'd have to go and get it surveyed. But yes, it's 6 inches, no closer than 6 inches to the on your property away from the other ones, with the good face of the fence facing your neighbors.
Inches.
Okay, now I'm going to say what I meant to say, because I already said it once, but I'll say it again. I would like council tonight to entertain a motion to table 25-0-44 and 25-0-46 for the 11/17/2025 agenda. Okay. So
Motion to table and to move to November 17th, correct? Is that what you said?
Okay.
Motion to table and move to, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Do we need to have any further discussion?
That's up to you.
Okay. Other than,
Outstanding. Excellent.
Other than getting the planning, did we get the planning and zoning meeting together, or?
Sir, Sue's going to work on pulling that meeting together.
Okay.
You're actually modifying. So, no, they can be done together. So Mr. Schultz was asking if we need to do it separately, each one separately.
Yep.
But no, because what you are technically doing is, we're tabling the legislation again. We should.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll make a motion to table each individually.
Correct.
Okay. So let's start with
Motion to table 25-0-44 and move it for discussion to 11/17/25 meeting.
Need a second?
Second that.
Okay, Mr. Smolik with a motion to table, and Ms. Grazi with a second. Do we need any conversation or discussions? Okay, Janelle, please call the roll.
Ms. Simons?
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler?
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker?
Yes.
Mr. Hamer?
Yes.
Mr. Scholes?
Yes.
Ms. Grazia?
Yes.
Mr. Smolik?
Yes. Motion to table 25-0-46 to table 25-0
46 November 17th,
or November 17th also.
Okay. Any discussion?
Ms. Grazia?
Ms. Grazi with a second. Any discussion?
Has the time been set for the P and Z standing? I just wrote it.
Okay.
Who was on the P and Z committee again?
Me, you, Sue.
Correct, okay.
All right. No discussion. Janelle, please call the roll.
Ms. Simons?
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler?
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker?
Yes.
Mr. Hamer?
Yes.
Mr. Scholes?
Yes.
Ms. Grazia?
Yes.
Mr. Smolik?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to 25-R-62, second reading. Resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Chagrin Valley Gig to provide fiber broadband internet across the city of Coeur d'Alene and its residents and declaring an emergency. Okay. Moving on to new business. Public comments on agendas of new business. Okay. Moving on. 25-R-63, first reading, resolution authorizing the mayor to accept a grant from the Federal Emergency Management Agency pursuant to the year 2025 Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program to fund the operating and safety program, authorizing the expenditure of the local share and declaring an emergency. Looking for a motion to waive the three readings.
We could, can we have Chief Hutton go over this for the public hearing?
We received a grant for the, through FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant. We write these every year. Sometimes we're fortunate enough to get them. This one is to replace 19 complete sets of turnout gear. A complete set of turnout gear is a coat, pants, helmet, goggles, boots, 2 hoods, and 2 pairs of gloves. So it's a complete ensemble. So we'll be able to get 19 sets out to our firefighters, new sets.
What do they typically cost?
You're looking around for a complete ensemble around 4,000.
Right. Thank you. Steve, I have a question. In the title of the resolution, we have 2024, and on our council agenda, we have 2025. And earlier, Lewis had stated that it's monies for 2026, so I guess I'm just seeking some clarification.
Okay. The grant that we received was the fire grant for 2024. Okay, so it's a year behind. Okay, but as far as budgeting it, yes, we'll budget for 2026. There's a 2-year cycle, so we'll have pretty much 25 and 26 to spend the funds.
So
Actually into 27.
Procedurally, just we'll need to amend the, I mean, I think it's just a clerical error because the legislation itself has 2024. So it would just be to amend the agenda to correct the clerical error, reflects 2024 within that legislation.
And that needs to be changed to?
Is there some 2024? The agenda, just to reflect the clerical error.
Gotcha.
So the fiscal year 2024 Assistance to Firefighters Grant. It says 2025. It's supposed to say 2024. Okay? But I think there was a motion to amend it. Is there a second?
Motion to, second?
I
Oh, now you have to ask 2 questions.
have a curiosity. I know bulletproof vests expire after a certain period of time. Is that true of turnout gear as well? And if so, do the 19 let us replace everybody, or what does that look like as far as?
No, the 19 sets will not replace everybody. It'll replace about half of what we have.
Okay.
As far as a true expiration date, no. There are NFPA recommendations on how long you keep gear, but it also depends on the condition of the gear.
Okay, thank you.
Any way I can get one of the old ones extra large? I'd like to run around the neighborhood on Halloween, please.
We need to vote on the
Amendment of the agenda.
call, the amendment to the agenda.
Mr. Scholes and who's Mr. Smolek?
Second.
Janelle, can you please call the roll on the agenda?
Mr. Smolek.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
I'll look for motion to waive the 3 readings. Second.
Mr. Smolek with a motion to waive the 3 readings, Mr. Schultz with a second. Any further discussion? Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolek.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Motion to declare an emergency and to adopt. Second.
Mr. Schultz, or Mr. Smolek with a motion to declare emergency and adopt. Mr. Schultz with a second. Discussion? Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolek.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, 25-R-64, first reading. Resolution accepting the preliminary plan for proposed mixed-use development, 9337 Chillicothe Road, and declaring an emergency. Have some discussion?
Do you want to invite someone to come up and speak about it?
You guys like to take the time out to walk through this?
Greg, you want to come up?
Ray, would you guys do me a favor and just maybe line them up down that side wall so that the public can see them at the same time, please? It's not for me. Oh, you.
No, we have these. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Ray Sankovich. I live at 309 Bayview, Bay Village. My company name is Signature Real Estate Services. I'm here with my business partner, Alan Negrelli. Together, we are partners with Mike and Eric Payne of Payne & Payne Custom Builders. Mike and Eric cannot be here this evening, but Mike Cato, architect, and Brett Dawson, VP of Payne & Payne, is here with us this evening. We're seeking final approval, preliminary approval for our new mixed-use development located at 9337 Chillicothe Road, which is within the Historic Town Center zoning district. The name of the development is Kirtland Town Center. Streets are named Pebblebrook Lane and Riverside Drive. We brought along the Historic Town Center a map, which is the first on the right, first drawing on the right. The red outlines the diameter of the zoning, and we fall within the zoning district to the south on the right side. The intent of the development is to accomplish city-stated goals, creating charming mixed-use community and providing residents with housing options within the Historic Town Center district. The site is located just 2 parcels south of City Hall. Property is 5.65 acres. With about 276 feet of frontage. Approximately 1.2 acres on the east end of the property will not be developed. Mike, I can point that out. It's on the valley side of the property that will remain undeveloped. The development does include 10 single-family home sites. They will be for sale, 8 attached villa homes for sale, and then the west end of the property near 306, we have 2 buildings, with 20 residential homes for lease, plus 1 retail location for lease. And then we brought some drawings of what we're proposing as far as single-family villas and multifamily, and we can ask Mike to kind of go through those with you.
I could, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering how I was going to do that. Okay. I'm Mike Cato. I'm the architect with Payne & Payne Builders. Hopefully you could hear me. As described, we're looking at a walkable, charming neighborhood with a street with sidewalks and tree lawn trees. We've got 10 single-family homes, which are in green on this map here. We have 8 attached villas, which are single-family, but they share a common wall, shown in this reddish pink color. And then our mixed-use homes for lease and small retail component are in orange. Turning over to here, our single-family homes are designed to be really appealing to anybody, but they're kind of being geared towards people that want to downsize from a larger house in Kirtland. Kirtland has a lot of really beautiful homes on larger pieces of property. People might want to stay in the community. So we've developed a line of homes that are smaller, more modern, but have traditional architecture where someone could downsize and live long in a house that's smaller. The houses are featuring first floor living, first floor primary bedrooms, secondary den or flex room, great room, 2-car garage. The houses will have basements that could be finished off and 1 or 2 extra bedrooms upstairs for either children or grandkids that come to visit. So here's sort of a streetscape of what those houses will look like. Again, kind of charming, smaller scale, very walkable, front porches, front doors, very sort of a friendly architecture. We've continued that same sort of look with the attached villas, which are the next drawings down. Again, they're very similar floor plans, first floor living, but they're attached in 2s so that you have 2 units per structure, but you will own the land that you sit on, so they're fee simple. Then the last component of our little development here is the mixed use with homes that are modern, something new that Kirtland does not have, and wrapped in a traditional architecture. They are for lease. They feature 1 to 2 bedrooms with possibly a den, some outdoor space. Each apartment would have a 1-car garage space and an outdoor space. There is a small component of commercial space that could either be a coffee shop or office. We don't have that figured out just yet. We're still working on the details. But basically the whole development, we only have this piece of property that you're seeing on this map, but it's designed to connect to the north so that hopefully when the property north of us gets developed, it will connect in with the streets and you can walk around the block. So again, if you have a dog, it'd be nice to be able to walk around the whole block with your dog instead of going down into a dead end. Through the approval process, we had to go and we presented to the Board of Zoning Appeals and Planning Commission. There were some variances to get this approved because it is a smaller, more compact neighborhood. We don't have a ton of land to work with here. And the appeal and the charm of it comes from smaller lots. So these aren't big sprawling estate lots. They're smaller, more compact cottage style houses that will appeal to people that want a lower maintenance lifestyle.
Excuse me, what is the frontage of the homes in green?
50 feet. The houses in green are 50-foot wide lots. The house themselves, the house width itself is 40 feet wide.
And then in the pink?
The pink, the house width is 35 feet wide and the lot is 40 feet wide.
So 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet, but yes, all of them have 10 feet minimum.
Now, is this a 55 and older? You kind of hinted that it could be for anybody. Is it specifically?
I always find that everybody finds things appealing. It's, it could be marketed towards people wanting to move down, but we find younger people like this type of house as well, you know, that don't want a huge house. So we're not limiting people's age.
Relative to the leased homes, as you know, if you've been sitting here, you know that we have legislation before us regarding short-term rentals and things of that nature. Are you foreseeing a type of Airbnb short-term rental, or is it a 12-month lease type of? And it's going to be a dedicated street, so I'll
library and the other amenities that you have here.
in terms of, I can't see that, but I'm assuming that's a stormwater basin, Mr. Courtney. Do we have regulations regarding that needing to be fenced?
I don't believe it needs to be fenced, but I'll double check the ordinance.
I'm just thinking children go near water. That's
correct.
Just what they do.
We're also looking into underwater retention for that right now. So we may do away with
have more green space.
Yeah. Great.
Silly question, but there's not a brook or a river in sight, so how did the street names come about?
Oh,
excuse me, if you could use the microphone, please.
Just the creek in the back. There is a small creek that comes down through the valley.
Fairly large.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a recognized.
Oh, fancy. Okay.
Mr. Courtney, one last thing. So this is, in lack of a better word, a hammerhead turnaround, not a cul-de-sac street with a 50-foot radius. Say, for instance, I mean, do we have issues with fire trucks? I got to believe that there will be no parking on that portion of the street because of emergency services and things of that nature.
Correct. I'll kick that question down to the chief because he's looked at these as well.
As far as the street goes, we've looked at it. It meets all of our requirements as far as a fire lane and a turnaround for our trucks.
Okay.
We'll have to back, but it's okay.
All right. Has there been any discussions with the COPAs? You don't need to answer that, by the way. You know, it would be nice to see things move along.
Yes, there has been discussions, but nothing I could share with you today.
Okay, are there any other questions for these gentlemen? First, I do want to thank you for the models and the presentations. Hold on. No sewer issues. No sewer issues. But I do want to thank you guys for the presentation to go through. And Mr. Ladlow, just so I'm clear, we are passing this tonight just to keep it moving, and it is going back to planning and zoning.
That would be the recommendation, is to waive the 3 readings tonight,
Okay.
so that it could go back to planning and zoning, so that they could continue fine tuning the plan, get the final development plan. I believe that's what the next step is. Once that's approved by planning and zoning, our zoning ordinance is actually required to come back to council for approval of the final development plan.
So right now, we're just voting to keep this progressing. This isn't the final.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Just wanna
If you
make sure
like the
that's
way
clear.
it looks and the way it's progressing, then the recommendation would be to proceed as, as planning and zoning did.
And this does fall, you shared within the historical district,
It does.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Because that question has come up in comparison to prior development options that have come to the city, but those were outside of
Historic town.
the historic town. Yep. Okay.
And per Sterling's question for sewers,
Okay, thank you.
we have more than enough capacity with the current 306 sewer.
We had the hydrants tested as well, and
Okay.
Good there too. Okay. I'm sure you'll hear throughout the progression, traffic's going to come up. So I'm sure that's already on your guys' radar.
It is.
Yes.
I figured. All right, thank you.
You say the word traffic.
I said traffic.
Yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you for this evening. We appreciate the presentation.
Thank you very much.
Anybody have any other questions?
One question, just in reference to the P and Z and how that relates. Is there
Yes.
timing to that?
So this will go back down to P and Z, and essentially the ball is in your court now to fine tune the final development plan and get that presented to P and Z. Sound about right, Mr. Cordy?
That's correct. Final development plans require more information detailing calculations than we have here at the preliminary plat. It's all outlined in the code. So what your requirements are for the final development plan are outlined in that subdivision regulations.
1244, I think it is, or somewhere around there. Yeah, take a look. But you'll have to get that filed, and then once that process is complete, it'll come back here, and then should be, I believe, green lights from there if everything falls into place. Obviously, I'm not speaking on behalf of other boards, but
Last question. Is it going to be permitted parking?
You mean for the residents up front?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, each unit will,
Be assigned parking, at least the residents.
each unit has a garage, covered parking. It'll be a two-car garage shared with 2 units.
I'm
And then
just
plus one
concerned,
parking space.
you know, people who don't live there steal the street parking and or the parking in the back. You know. So similar like what Columbus does, you know.
Oh, okay, yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Maybe some commercial destination.
Okay, gentlemen, once again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, moving into looking for a motion to waive the 3 readings.
So moved.
Need a second? Okay, Mr. Smolik with a motion to waive the 3 readings, Mr. Ziegler with a second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler. Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, looking for a motion to declare an emergency and adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Schultz with the motion to declare emergency and adopt. Mr. Smolik with a second. Any further discussion? If not, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler. Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer. Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to 25-0-65, first reading. An ordinance amending sections 618.01, 618.02, 618.22, 618.25, and 618.26 of the codified ordinances of the City of Kirtland to regulate nuisance, dangerous, and vicious dogs and declaring an emergency. Looking for a motion to waive the 3 readings? Mr. Schultz with a motion to waive the 3 readings. Ms. Grazia with a second. Any discussion? We already did. Spoke on it. You spoke on it already during that session. Okay. Okay. Understood. Understood. Okay. So any further discussion? On the 3 readings. Okay. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler. Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, looking to,
Motion to declare an emergency and to adopt.
there you go, thank you. Mr. Smolik with the motion to declare emergency and adopt. Mr. Schultz with a second. Any further discussion? Okay, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Thank you, Chief and Director Lalo, for acting very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure Mrs. Hughes does as well. I'm sorry again for trauma to your family and for the loss of Fred. Jeff or Fred?
I made a mistake and I planted that in your head before.
All right, my apology.
You did it last week. I did. I misspoke it last week.
He did. But we do apologize, and we're sorry for the loss. And Chief, Mr. Lallo, thank you. Mr. Schultz, well said, thank you. Okay, moving on to 25-0-66, first reading. An ordinance amending section 672.12 of the codified ordinances of the city of Kirtland regarding point and discharging firearms and other weapons and declaring an emergency. Any discussion?
Council President Festermaker, we would need to amend this legislation because it's a typo. The
65 and 66. I sent that to Janelle's attachment board. Thank you, Mr. Schultz.
Okay.
What was sent?
66 on the agenda. It's listed as 65 on the legislation.
Oh, so that was actually corrected. It must have been corrected. Okay.
That could be
So what was sent to council in the packets listed 65 in the actual PDF.
So the agenda is correct.
The
Agenda's correct.
The agenda is correct. What was sent to council as a PDF of the actual ordinance contains a clerical error and says 25065 on the actual ordinance. That was sent to council. There is a corrected version here today, but it does need to be formally amended due to the clerical error. So I think Mr. Schultz is he's making a motion to amend the actual legislation to properly reflect that it is 25066.
Made the motion, Mr. Schultz? I second. Thank you. That's going to a second reading at least.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Schultz.
Yes.
Ms. Grazia.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay.
Council comments, maybe?
Yeah, we can do that in council comments. Great call out, Mr. Lau. Regarding setting up the short-term rental standing committee. Me, you, and Joe, and then Jason Bridges from Planning and Zoning. We'd like to reach out to him, make sure he's part of the committee. And then we suggested.
So what standing committee are you?
Planning and Zoning.
Planning and Zoning Standing Committee? So you're inviting Mr. Bridges from the Planning and Zoning Commission
Yes.
and one of the realtors.
Yes.
To
Be on the committee as well.
to meet with you. And your committee will be meeting at what day and time?
It's really up to you. We want to make sure we have something at least drafted by November 17th.
Yeah.
So,
That's
Yeah.
Mr. Bridges. We're looking to get Mr. Bridges. Do you want to do for you try to get a time? Do it right now.
we can reach out to the people that we're asking to join the committee.
Okay. Not join the committee, just attend.
Attend the meeting.
Yeah.
Right, and
Sorry.
to, I would,
Okay, so the next
Yeah,
2
get
weeks.
that notice out something.
24.
Is it 24?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Correct.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you got, within the next 2 weeks, you have October 13th or October 20th, which is our next council meeting.
Oh, the 13th, is that Columbus Day?
That's Columbus Day.
And we have a BZA and a P&Z meeting that night.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing it on the 13th.
Yeah.
You want to do the, okay. 14th, October 14th at 6 PM.
And that would be to discuss short-term rental legislation?
Okay, well, we'll tentatively, October 14th at 6 PM, confirm that by the end of the week.
So you'll reach out to Mr. Bridges?
We'll reach out to Mr. Bridges. Sue can email him.
I have Jason's phone. I have Jason's phone.
And then the two, you want to have two residents as, attend the meeting? Ask them if they can attend? Okay.
For the residents attending, Mr. Lallo, they strictly in as a resident attending and discussion on that they're not part of the committee, so.
Correct, because you have your standing committee, you are meeting as that committee, you're just inviting particular people to
Those kind
attend
of committees,
and provide input.
kind of committees, you can either let the public speak on it or also. If you want.
Well, if we're inviting them.
Well, exactly, we're doing that with the,
We're probably gonna want
with
them
the
to speak.
intention of having them speak, so.
Right. So with that, just so we have some clarity of, we're pulling this committee to, we're having a standing committee meeting, but clarity on the agenda of what we want to accomplish, right? What do we want to accomplish out of that legislation? So I think that needs to be, going into that meeting, needs some clarity of what council is looking for, right? So I think I would ask.
You want some clarity?
I think I would ask each council member to send what they would be kind of looking for within the legislation. So that as the committee meets, you guys have some feedback too, some input.
And if you do that,
yes,
please don't engage in back and forth. What you are
No,
doing is
just-
you're, because that could be construed as
Yeah.
being a.
If you do have anything, bring that as a packet for the committee meeting.
What I would suggest is either send one email, you want to send it to me, and then I could forward it to the committee.
I think it's a great idea.
And then just to kind of filter that so that there's not a dialogue going back and forth.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I don't want any dialogue, correct.
Or just-
I would just ask that you send whatever your suggestions would be of what you'd like to see in the legislation to Mr. Lallo. He'll summarize that and send it to the standing committee for when we meet.
Or bring your packets to the actual committee meeting. That way it's done.
Oh, yeah, you're more than welcome to attend the standing committee also. Yes.
Meeting just one meeting.
I'm anticipating a couple, but I'm hoping, I'm always hopeful, that we can kind of, that's why I'm asking you guys, asking council to give some feedback up front.
There's a lot out there with cities who already have,
We already have a lot of information
Yeah.
on what other cities are doing, so I'm not
Right.
expecting.
there's a lot of cities with legislation that we could just.
Okay. All right, so moving on. Any other council comments this evening? Continuing concerns, last opportunity for the public to speak if you'd like to.
Come on, Sterling, go for the deuce today. Go 2 times.